Welcome to our session on interpreting and calculating p-values. This guide will provide practical insights into hypothesis testing, p-value interpretation, and step-by-step calculations using statistical distributions. A hypothesis test is a statistical method used to determine whether there is enough evidence from sample data to support a claim about a population. It helps organizations make objective decisions by evaluating whether an observed difference or effect is real or simply due to random variation. The process begins with the null hypothesis, H0, which represents the current condition or default assumption. The null hypothesis typically states that there is no difference, no effect, or no improvement. The alternative hypothesis, H1, represents the claim being investigated. It states that there is a difference, effect, or improvement that the researcher wants to prove. A test statistic is then calculated from the sample data and compared to a statistical distribution to measure the strength of the evidence. Based on the test results, a decision is made to either reject the null hypothesis or fail to reject the null hypothesis. This allows decisions to be based on data and statistical evidence rather than assumptions or opinions. Every hypothesis test begins with two competing hypotheses: the null hypothesis, H0, and the alternative hypothesis, H1. The purpose of hypothesis testing is to use sample data to determine which hypothesis is better supported by the evidence. The null hypothesis, H0, is the default assumption and typically states that there is no difference, no effect, or no change. It represents the current condition that will remain valid unless sufficient evidence suggests otherwise. The alternative hypothesis, H1, represents the claim being investigated. It states that there is a difference, effect, or improvement, and is the outcome that researchers are seeking evidence to support. A key principle of hypothesis testing is that the null hypothesis is never proven to be true. Based on the sample data, the null hypothesis is either rejected or failed to be rejected. If the evidence is strong enough, H0 is rejected in favor of H1. If the evidence is not strong enough, the conclusion is to fail to reject H0. Common hypothesis structures are used to determine whether differences observed in data are statistically significant or simply the result of random variation. The single population mean test is applied when evaluating whether a process average is equal to, lower than, or higher than a specific target value. For example, it can be used to verify whether the average cycle time meets a customer or business requirement. The two population means test is used to compare the averages of two groups, such as before versus after improvement, machine A versus machine B, or supplier 1 versus supplier 2. In both cases, the analysis begins with the null hypothesis, H0, which assumes no difference or no change. The alternative hypothesis, H sub A, represents the difference or effect being investigated. A p-value quantifies the probability of observing a test statistic as extreme as the one from your sample. Assuming the null hypothesis, H0, is true, it evaluates how well your sample evidence supports rejecting the null hypothesis. A smaller p-value indicates stronger evidence against the null hypothesis. In hypothesis testing, more extreme refers to sample results that are further away from what we would expect if the null hypothesis were true. The definition of more extreme depends on the type of test being performed. For a lower-tailed test, a more extreme result is a smaller test statistic that falls further into the left tail of the distribution, providing stronger evidence that the actual value is lower than the hypothesized value. For an upper-tailed test, a more extreme result is a larger test statistic that falls further into the right tail, indicating stronger evidence that the actual value is higher than the hypothesized value. For a two-tailed test, extreme results can occur in either direction. Therefore, we consider the absolute distance from the hypothesized value, regardless of whether the result is higher or lower. Understanding what more extreme means is essential because it helps determine the p-value and ultimately whether the null hypothesis should be rejected. Alpha, also known as the significance level, represents the maximum acceptable risk of making a type 1 error, which occurs when we incorrectly reject a true null hypothesis. In simple terms, it defines how much evidence is required before concluding that a difference or effect is statistically significant. The most commonly used significance level is alpha equals 0.05, meaning we accept a 5% risk of concluding that a difference exists when it actually does not. This threshold is established before analyzing the data to ensure objectivity and consistency in decision-making. During hypothesis testing, the calculated p-value is compared with alpha. If the p-value is less than alpha, we reject the null hypothesis and conclude that the result is statistically significant. If the p-value is greater than alpha, we do not reject the null hypothesis. Alpha therefore serves as a critical decision boundary for data-driven conclusions. When comparing p-values to the significance level, alpha, the decision rule is straightforward. If the p-value is less than alpha, there is sufficient statistical evidence to reject the null hypothesis, open parenthesis, H0 close parenthesis. This indicates that the observed result is unlikely to have occurred by random chance alone, and the difference or effect is considered statistically significant. If the p-value is greater than alpha, there is insufficient evidence to reject the null hypothesis. This does not prove that the null hypothesis is true. Rather, it means that the data does not provide strong enough evidence to support the alternative hypothesis. For example, with alpha equals 0.05, a p-value of 0.03 would lead us to reject H0, while a p-value of 0.08 would result in failing to reject H0. Comparing the p-value to alpha provides a simple, consistent, and objective method for making data-driven decisions in hypothesis testing. A type 1 error occurs when we reject the null hypothesis, H0, even though it is actually true. In simple terms, we conclude that a difference, improvement, or effect exists when, in reality, no real difference exists. This is often referred to as a false positive. For example, a team may conclude that a process improvement has reduced defects when the observed change is actually due to normal process variation. The probability of making a type 1 error is represented by alpha, the significance level selected before conducting the test. If we choose alpha equals 0.05, we accept a 5% risk of incorrectly rejecting a true null hypothesis. In Lean Six Sigma and business decision-making, understanding type 1 error is important because it helps prevent organizations from implementing unnecessary changes or investing resources based on conclusions that are not supported by sufficient statistical evidence. The p-value is calculated using the cumulative distribution function of the test statistics distribution. For a lower-tailed test, it's the cumulative distribution function of the test statistic. For an upper-tailed test, it's 1 minus the cumulative distribution function. In a two-tailed test, it's twice the probability of the test statistic exceeding its absolute value. In a lower-tailed z-test with a test statistic of minus 1.785, using a normal distribution, the cumulative distribution function gives p test statistic is less than minus 1.785 equals 0.0371. Since the p-value is 0.0371 and alpha equals 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. In an upper-tailed z-test, the test statistic is 1.785. The cumulative distribution function gives p-test statistic is less than 1.785 equals 0.9629. Subtracting from 1, the p-value is 0.0371. With a significance level of 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. Symmetry in the normal distribution allows using minus 1.785 for the same result. In a two-tailed z-test, the test statistic is 1.785. First, find the upper tail probability. P-test statistic greater than 1.785 equals 0.0371. Multiply by 2 for the two-tailed p-value, 0.0742. Since the p-value 0.0742 is greater than alpha 0.05, we fail to reject the null hypothesis. This slide compares three test types, lower-tailed, upper-tailed, and two-tailed, all using a test statistic of plus or minus 1.785. The p-value calculations differ. Lower-tailed uses cumulative distribution function test statistic. Upper-tailed uses 1 minus cumulative distribution function test statistic, and two-tailed uses 2 times 1 minus cumulative distribution function absolute value of test statistic. The direction of the test affects the p-value outcome. There are 3 important points to remember when interpreting hypothesis test results. First, p-values measure evidence, not truth. A small p-value indicates strong evidence against the null hypothesis, but it does not prove that the alternative hypothesis is absolutely true. Statistical tests help us assess evidence, not guarantee certainty. Second, always define the significance level, alpha, before conducting the analysis. Setting alpha after reviewing the results can introduce bias and compromise the integrity of the test. Establishing the decision criteria upfront ensures an objective and consistent approach. Third, the direction of the test matters. Lower-tailed, upper-tailed, and two-tailed tests evaluate evidence differently and can produce different p-values from the same dataset. Therefore, the appropriate test should always be selected based on the business question and hypothesis being evaluated. In practice, hypothesis testing follows a simple principle. Compare the p-value to the significance level, alpha, and let the data guide the decision. While the calculations may vary depending on the type of test, the interpretation remains consistent. A small p-value indicates strong evidence against the null hypothesis, suggesting that the observed result is unlikely to have occurred by random chance alone. A large p-value indicates that the available evidence is not strong enough to conclude a significant difference or effect. For example, if alpha is set at 0.05 and the p-value is less than 0.05, we reject the null hypothesis. If the p-value is greater than 0.05, we fail to reject it.